Welcome back to my podcast where I talk about I don't know what the fuck I'm ever talking about. I don't know what I'm ever saying. Today, again, we have a whole new setup, and it's just gonna keep getting new until I decide what exactly I want to do. I have a pig up here, as you can see. It's a pig. I got it from Hobby Lobby, and I'm sitting on a beanbag. And I have the headphones on now, and I have the microphone. Like, it's just gonna keep upgrading. Like, next step is like a microphone stand, so I don't have to be like, you know what I mean? But anyway, welcome back. It's been 2 weeks. I took a week off because it was my birthday, and like, I just didn't want to have to be stressed about, I have to upload my podcast. I have to upload, like, girl, I was like, no. So I didn't upload a podcast last week. But now we're back. So let's talk about what happened on my birthday. What I do on my birthday. I went to a rage room. I think I talked about this briefly last time. But we went to a rage room. It was me, my girlfriend, my dad. And it was really fun. We did axe throwing and I got really good at that shit. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I got really good at it. We all did. I mean, it took like a second for us to like all get the hang of it. But once we did, it was like really fun. And me and my dad kept trying to like do random stuff with it. Like, cause it's like a board, obviously you can throw it at the target, but we were trying to hit like random. They had drawings on the walls where the wood was. And we were trying to hit like random stuff that was up there. And it was really fun. So yeah. And then what else did I do? Oh yeah, we went to breakfast and just me and my dad though. Me and my dad went to breakfast. We got IHOP in the morning and they sang happy birthday to me. I'm going to insert a clip right here while I'm talking of me eating the ice cream. It's a really great video. I know it's really good. Like the angles suit me just right. Anyways, you know, birthdays are always kind of like a hard thing, I feel like, for me. Because like the people that I want to be there for me, like, can't be there for me, and it's my decision because I've cut these people out of my life. But you always like kind of as a kid like envision how your life is going to be in a few years, or how you're going to just what your life is going to look like. And my life has not looked like any of that ever, because a lot of unexpected stuff has just happened in my life and whatever. But also there's the almost at this point in my life, like inevitable situation that occurs. It's been 3 years in a row now that this has happened, where one or multiple people try to like get back into my life by saying happy birthday to me, or like, you know, like people try to like get an angle at you, and girl, I'm not that bitch. Like, I'm really not, and it's not really gonna happen here. So I had to deal with that in the morning, and then it kind of ruined my mood for a little bit because I was like, man, I wish, you know, I could hold space for you in my life, but I really can't. Like, you know, like I can't deal with people who, one, are manipulative, two, selfish, three, like invalidating, four, you know what? I could use so many words with negative connotations to describe certain people, but at the end of the day, like, everyone has their people, and sometimes like your people are just not going to be the people that you think are your people. And you know what? That's been a constant theme in my life because I put a lot of trust into people because I don't know. I think the way that I am, I feel like everyone is somewhat the way I am, but it's not really ever been the case, you know? Like me, I'm really like, I care a lot, I give a lot, and I'm like protective, and like, I don't know. I just don't know how to be a fucking normal fucking person because I just care so much, but I don't know if that's a problem. I think I've said this so many times before, but like, everyone tells me caring too much is not a problem, and like, I should feel however I want to feel, and this is true, but also, I don't know. Or else it's trauma. It's literally the trauma in me. Anyways, my next topic. Okay. What I really wanted to talk about today is like friendships and like friendships I've had in the past and new friendships that I have / friendships that I don't have. So here we go. So let's start here. The last time I was a part of like a solid friend group was in middle school. And for context, I've been homeschooled since 7th grade, and I was also homeschooled in high school, whatever. So basically, the last time I was a part of an actual friend group was in 7th grade because I got homeschooled like in the middle of the year, maybe like the second semester, before the second semester. And I had friends for a very long time after that because I was like, going to social stuff and just going out, hanging out. I used to skate a lot, and I would be at like skate parks and stuff like that. And then there was also like a part of me that hung out with like girls, like girlfriends, and instead of, because like skateboarding and stuff like that, it's more like guy friends, like, because like not a lot of girls skateboarded, at least at the time when I was doing it. So damn, that made me feel so ancient, like back in the day when there was no girls who were like skating and cool, but anyway, so I was a part of a friend group with like a few girls, and the way that ended was very brutal, and I think it kind of like altered my brain chemistry, like not literally, but like it just kind of changed the way I think a little bit. Because sorry, I thought I had something on my shirt. Like I just ate food and I was like, God, please don't let me have rice on my shirt right now, because that actually happens to me so often. Like I'm such a messy eater. Anyway, what I was gonna say is it ended pretty messy, and it kind of like changed the way that I think a little bit because it was so brutal. So basically what had happened was, I don't know, I think they just kept on telling me that I didn't like care enough about them, or it was like something so stupid like that. And obviously I'm like, first of all, that's not true. And I have like a picture saved. I'm not even going to put it in here because it's so embarrassing. Because girl, I was like 13. I don't know how old I was in 7th grade. 13, 14. So what happened was, yeah, they just kept on claiming that I didn't care. And then I sent them a message and I was like, hey, so like, hold on. I'm like losing my voice today. Hope you heard that. So damn. Okay, my voice should be back now. So what had happened was like they were saying that I didn't care, and then I sent them a text back. I'm like, hey, so I actually do care, and I don't know how to prove it to you, blah, blah, blah. Because like y'all are just my friends. Like, do you want me to like cuddle you? Like, girl, be fucking for real. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with a good cuddle. But I was literally 13, 14. Like, I genuinely don't know what more they wanted. Like, I was just fucking hanging out with my friends. Like, this is not a romantic relationship. It's like crazy. Anyway, then they ended up like, I honestly don't remember the chain of events like that. Like, or I just also really suck at timelines. So, excuse the fuck out of me. So basically, I remember one night, for whatever reason, they were just attacking me. And they added me into a group chat with all of them. And they were, so around this time, it was when I was like kind of figuring out my sexuality, and that was not a fart. That was literally my stomach. I don't know if you even heard that. But around this time, I was like figuring out my sexuality and, you know, just kind of discovering things about myself. You know, like, because that's what happens in middle school. Like, you just figure out more about yourself and kind of who you are. That's like when you really start questioning everything, is like middle school. At least for me, that was like my turning point. And, you know, you feel more insecure, like whatever. So they just started attacking me, and then the reason why I brought up my sexuality is because they were claiming that I had a crush on one of them for some reason, and that I was acting flirty, because we went to like Buffalo Wild Wings in the mall where I live. And they were saying like I was acting flirty, like I was doing this and that. And I was like, the fuck? Like, just because I'm gay, like if I'm bisexual or if I'm like questioning my sexuality does not mean that I'm into you. Y'all are my friends. Like, it, first of all, it wasn't like that. Second of all, that's like so condescending and rude to accuse me of that. Third, like, is that your, like, are you telling me that I have a crush on someone right now? Like, is that real? Sorry, I thought someone was dying. I got a notification. It was literally a text message. Anyway, yeah, so I'm like, are you trying to fucking tell me what my sexuality is and like who I'm into? Because like, I didn't even know what to say. I was just like, no. Like, I was just denying it because like, what the fuck? Like, how are you accusing me of having a crush on my friend? Like, that's a thing. Like, having a crush on your friend is a thing. But they knew the girl that I was into at the time and everything because like they were my best friends. So that's fucking crazy. And clearly I still have something against all of them. Like, if I'm getting this mad because it's just stupid. The whole thing is so stupid. And like, I hate that I'm even getting like worked up about it right now. But that really changed my life. Anyway, they just start saying all that shit and I'm like denying it. And then they start telling me to myself. Like, one of them was like really silent. The other, I don't think she was even like in the group. And then there were two of them who were telling me to myself. And I remember just sitting there and I was like, okay. Like, I don't remember exactly the text messages, but I was like, okay. And I was obviously really hurt because I was like, why would you say that to me? Why would you say that to anyone and be serious? Because they were being serious. Like, it's not like they're like joking about that, which I don't find that a joke. But like, just to be clear, I don't find that a joke. But like, you know, some people use that, whatever, as like humor. I don't know. And so I was just like sitting there like really hurt because I was like taken aback. Like, why would you say that to me seriously if you're my friend? Like, if you're not my friend, just because like you think that I have a crush on my friend. Like, y'all are ridiculous. And I remember like in the middle of this, I was texting my best friend at the time / the girl I had a crush on. Or no, I honestly don't remember. If I'm a hoe. Like, I was a hoe. Anyway, this is tea. Because like, what am I saying right now? I'm saying all this about my 14-year-old self. Like, guys, right now I'm locked down. Like, okay, I'm not like this anymore. I'm really not. I've grown so much since that period in time. And just the way that I speak is like a testament to that. But anyway, let me not be trying to prove myself. Like, y'all don't hear me talk crazy on here like every week. But basically what happened was I was texting my best friend and I was telling her like, yeah, this person's telling me to myself, like, I don't know what to do and it's crazy. And then my best friend ended up texting the girl and she was like defending me. And she was like, why are you telling her to herself? Like, that's crazy. And that's so messed up. Like, why do you have a problem? Like, I don't know exactly what she said, but it was like something confrontational to the girl who was telling me to myself. And then I left the group chat where the girls were like bullying me. And they just kept adding me back and spamming like yourself, like spamming it. And I left again, came back, same thing, left again. I don't know how many times it went on, but it was just, I just remember like leaving and they were adding me back and into the group chat, and it was just like so much that was happening. And then the girl who was spamming like yourself was threatening to me. She was gonna jump me and she was gonna not that me, but like injure me with an object. how do I say this without saying, because I don't want to have to like bleep it, but she was gonna me, like, you know, with like an object that would penetrate my skin, you know? She was starting to jump me and do that, and I was like, girl, do it. At this point, like, just do it. Like, and I didn't feel like, I didn't say that because I was like, oh, like, I don't care if you did that, whatever. Sorry, I'm getting like crazy texts and it made me like forget my train of thought. But I remember, like, yeah, I was just saying, like, just do it. Because I knew she wasn't going to do it. Because, girl, I was probably like 5'1" at the time. And she was like half my height. And I was like, I could literally just stick my hand out at your head and you wouldn't be able to reach me. Like, try me, bitch. Try me. But yeah, I mean, in that period of time too, I was very like confrontational, and I literally would like attempt to get in fights with anyone who offended me ever. So, but I've grown now and I'm a different person, and I would never fight anyone, honestly, unless they were like trying to hurt my girlfriend or something. So I'm not a hoe no more. I'm not a hoe no more. But okay. Back to the story. That was happening, and that was actually the night I accidentally came out to my dad because I was like shattered at this because I didn't understand what was happening or why it was happening. I was just like going through it. So my dad came in my room and I was just like crying. And he was asking me like what happened, and I was telling him what happened, and I was like, it's because they know I'm bisexual and they're like attacking me for it. And my dad, I remember he didn't say anything. Like, he really didn't say anything. And I mean, about the fact that I was bisexual. And then, excuse the fuck out of me. And then, what else happened? I honestly don't know, but I just blocked all of them that night. Oh no, before I blocked them, the last time they added me to that group chat, I didn't leave. And I went back, screenshotted everything, screen recorded everything. But as I was doing that, they start deleting the messages. They started deleting all the evidence of anything they ever said. And I probably couldn't find those screenshots now because I'm sure I deleted them. But I wish I did have them because that was actually batshit crazy. Like, there's no way you're actually saying that to me right now. Like, that is just so disrespectful and so morally wrong that I got a text, like, I think 2 years ago, maybe 3, I think 2 years ago, from one of the girls that was in that group chat, like one of the 2 main girls that were in that group chat, like saying stuff to me. And she was like just profusely apologizing on New Year's. On New Year's, she was just profusely apologizing to me in a text. And I don't remember if I didn't answer or what happened, but that was crazy. Like, because you're just fully apologizing for yourself at that point, like for your own well-being. And I think she follows me on Instagram or something now. Like, #fan behavior. Like, what? Like, if you're a fan, like, just say that, girl. Like, I know you probably feel bad for what you did, because honestly, I used to be really mean. Like, not mean, but I used to get really defensive. And like I said, I would try to get in fights with anyone who ever like disrespected me or like crossed any of my lines that were like so easily crossable. And I had said very mean stuff to certain people, and like, you know, I definitely feel bad for it now because I'm like, what was I doing? But at the same time, we were all really young. But unfortunately, telling me to myself repeatedly and threatening to me is not forgivable ever, like at any point in time in my life. Because that is psycho, crazy, deranged. So many things, and so much to unpack there. Because why? What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Anyway, now I don't have any friends because after COVID happened, I really isolated myself because I went through a lot during COVID, and Never went out of the house, obviously, because COVID. Didn't stay in contact with anyone. I only had one friend through that whole thing, and we're still friends now. But she lives in a different state, like across the country, and so do my other two friends. They live in different states across the US. So I don't really have any friends here, which is why I'm always just with my girlfriend. And you know what? I like it that way. I like to be with my girlfriend, but I feel like sometimes I wish I had like one friend that was here, like, so I didn't have to rely on her so much. Like, I wouldn't have to rely on my dad so much. But at the same time, I've thought about this a lot. Like, I don't know how to be friends with people because all I do is like just like care so much and like pay so much attention to detail, and like I feel like I'm in a romantic relationship whenever I try to have friends, because like that's just how I treat everyone that I get really close with, like with so much care and like delicateness. And I don't know how my girlfriend would feel about that, and I don't know how I would feel about it, you know, and make me uncomfortable for sure. The other thing is that, and you know, this is kind of a weird thing for me to talk about because it feels like very egotistical, but the reality is that anytime I've tried to be friends with people, like in my older teenage years, like I'll say 14 or 15 through like when I met my girlfriend currently, so like, no, I'll say like 13 to like 15. Every almost every girl that I tried to be friends with found out that I was gay, and then they had a crush on me or something, like, and it was just weird at a certain point. Like, everything from friendships develops into that, at least for me, for some reason. And that as in like romantic feelings or things like that. And I don't know what that's about. Like, maybe people feel like immense pressure to get in relationships, or maybe I'm just like fine shit. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I am just fine shit. Like, y'all let me know in the comments down below. Am I fine shit or not? Or is it just my personality? Because I feel like what I look like is not telling of who I am at all. I mean, because a lot of people think that I'm really mean at first, but I'm actually like pretty nice. I mean, if you're nice to me, I'm going to be nice back. And I care about people a lot. And I don't know. I feel like I have good personality traits. And I'm like funny, I'm witty, and like, I don't know. I'm just freaking cool. I don't think I'm fine shit like that, but a lot of these girls out here do. A lot of them do. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't know how to be friends with people, and it's like hard. And you know what? My therapist clocked it, and she was like, "You should join like some kind of class because you need to get some friends, girl. Because you need a support system, girl." And I'm like, "Yeah, girl, I do, but I don't know how to be friends and then with people." And then I explained everything that I just said right now. So it's just really freaking hard right now, and I work so much that my only free time I spend like doing the podcast, doing music. I honestly do the podcast more than I do music because I just simply don't have like the creative, like I don't have energy after working, because I've been working 40 hours weeks, bro. Like 40 hours weeks, bro. 40 hours weeks, bro. I've been working 40 hours a week for like so long, and it's a fucking part-time job. Like, y'all need to get off my dick. And you know what? I could talk so much about that fucking stupid ass management for hours. Honestly, hours on end. But that's not what this is about, all right? Once I leave that job, y'all are getting all the freaking tea. Like, literally, the first thing I'm going to do after I quit that fucking job is I'm going to come on here and sit with the microphone for 3 fucking hours and go through, honestly, it might be like part fucking podcast span across 3 weeks just about that stupid ass fucking job. Like, it's such an easy job objectively, but the fucking management and the way that I've been treated is actually fucking crazy. And sorry for the amount of times that I've said the F word right now. I tried to like verbally bleep it like I don't know what that just was. Like, literally, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Just leave me alone. But yeah, I just all my free time I just spend like with my girlfriend and with my dad and doing this podcast, coming up with new ideas for stuff, going to therapy, I have physical therapy now that I go to, like, well, I haven't gone yet, but I'm going this week. I'll talk about my medical stuff in a second. But I just have so many things to do right now. I got vocal lessons. I started going back to a vocal coach. She's great. I freaking love her. But yeah, I just really don't be having time to like go out with people. Like, I wouldn't have time to go out with people because I'm just always like, I'd rather be with my girlfriend for real. Like, that's my twin. And, you know, I think, you know, everything that I'm doing right now takes so much like out of me, and I'm just so freaking drained at the end of the day that I don't know. Just everything kind of feels like a lot right now, just waiting for everything to even out or like to get an opportunity of some sort. Just gonna keep working on the low though. Just gonna keep working on the low. But yeah, I really don't think I'd have time to like even go out with friends or like join a club or anything. And, you know, I technically do, but I want to have time to rest too, you know? I think I deserve that. But yeah, that's kind of my friend's story. Like, I don't have any friends now. Like, all the people that are like my friends are more like acquaintances because they're like people I've met at music events or people that I've hung out with a few times, people that I've been in the studio with. But it's all like kind of like colleagues, I guess. Like, and they're all, I feel like it's just been weird for me in the music industry because everyone that I meet is like above my age. So, you know, there's like an age gap and there's like a just gap of like, I don't know what's the word? Like, I just feel like I don't belong there, you know? Because everyone's got so much more knowledge than I do. And in a way that's like good, but then I feel like extremely inferior and it's uncomfortable. But yeah, I mean, all my friends / people who follow me on Instagram that I comment on their stuff, like, it's really just acquaintances. And I mean, I don't know, man. Anyway, let's talk about my medical stuff. What's going on with my wrist? This guy. What's going on with her? So basically, I don't know if I explained, but I have to do a nerve study. It's like an EMG nerve study thing on my wrist to see if I have carpal tunnel. That I called to schedule it and they had a cancellation like right when I called. And so I got in like literally this coming week. So like the day after this goes up, I'll be there. Which is crazy. Like, and it made me feel so guilty because I'm like, man, there's probably people that have been waiting for weeks and like I get the cancellation spot. Like, that's so unfair. But I really appreciate that. I don't know. God did. But yeah, I'm not that excited. I was about to say, oh, I'm so excited. Girl, no, I'm not excited. I'm scared because what if that hurts? Like, and I feel like it will, because here's what I do. Every time before I go do something, like even when the first time I was going to get my blood drawn, I literally was on TikTok, like blood draw, like, because I'm just so nervous about everything all the time. So I looked it up on TikTok and everyone's saying that it's really painful, really uncomfortable. And I'm like, fuck. Like, why do I have to go through this? Like, the fuck? But yeah, apparently it's going to be really painful / uncomfortable / I don't know. And I literally have to work that day. So I have to work from 4 a.m. to 12:30 every day that I work. So 5 days a week. That day I'm scheduled to 4 a.m. to 12:30, but I'm going to leave at 9 in the morning because my appointment's at 11:30. I have to be there at 11:15 and it's an hour away. So I'm going to have to come home, shower, not put any freaking lotion on, be super dry because that's what they said. Don't put no lotion on. They said no lotion, no nothing. So I can't put anything on from like my waist up. So I have to, wake up at 3 a.m., go to work, come home, take a quick shower, eat some breakfast, head out the dang door, and go drive an hour to go get my freaking wrist demolished by some electricity. And then that same day is supposed to be my first day of physical therapy. So we'll see how I'm feeling after getting like electrocuted in my arm. Which is going to be really interesting. I'm not like really looking forward to it, but we'll see. So that's going to happen. And then maybe I will go to physical therapy. Maybe I won't. I really hope it goes well at the EMG place because I'm honestly nervous. Like, I feel it's going to hurt so bad. And that's how I felt when I got my MRI thing where I had to get my wrist injected like to my joint with the contrast stuff. I felt really nervous because I was like, what if it hurts really bad? Like, what if I start feeling like really dizzy? Like, what if I like pass out? Like, and none of that happened. So I don't know, maybe people are making it out to be more than it is because everyone said that procedure hurt really bad, like in particular. What I've like kind of come to conclusion to is that it probably depends on like how much muscle you have there / like what body part you do it on, etc. But yeah, I don't know. I'm really nervous for that little nerve thingy majig. I will definitely update on how it goes, you know. Because I tell y'all everything here, like, this is like the behind the scenes of my life and everything in between, you know. It's like me, and more of me and drama sometimes, and then more me, and then, you know. Today, I just want to talk about this. Today, I spent like 2 to 3 hours looking at my phone on a fucking stupid camera because my dad bought this, like, it's a birdhouse, but it has like a camera in it so you can like see the birds and like whatever. We spent 3 hours looking at the app on our phones, like where you can like live stream the camera, and no birds fucking showed up. No birds ate anything. Like, birds would show up for like 1 second, take a look around, leave. Like, girl, are you kidding me? Like, I just wanted to see you eat. And I put like strawberries on the thing because there's like fruit holders and I put strawberries on them. So like, because I Googled like what fruits do birds eat, and so they said strawberries, apples, whatever. And I had strawberries, so I put strawberries on the things, and I just really want to see a bird eating a freaking strawberry. Like, I bet that's so freaking cute. Like, fuck. Like, why can't you just eat a fucking... Just take a little peck. Like, take a little peck. I don't care if you lick it. I don't care if you look at it. Like, I mean, I care if you look at it. Like, just eat it. But I just really been waiting all freaking day. Like, what time is it right now? It's 3:15. We installed that at like 10 something, maybe 10:30. 0 birds have freaking eaten my strawberries, dude. That's like so rude and so offensive. I don't know. I really hope a bird eats it and I can freaking watch it on the camera at some point. Well. I'm really, really tired and I want to go lay down in my bed and do nothing and scroll on TikTok for hours, and you know how it goes around here, you know, just do some of that, some of this, some of that. I'm so freaking tired right now. I love you guys. I really, I'm glad to go into another year of my life. You know what, guys? I didn't say it at all this podcast, but I really am 19. And guess what? I feel the exact same way I did when I turned 18. Except I'm not really having an identity crisis this time. That identity crisis from turning 18 literally lasted 90% of that year. So, yeah. That's a trigger warning to anyone turning 18. You will have an identity crisis, because I just immediately, the second it turned 12, I was like, damn, I need to grow the fuck up and I need to move out and I need to like get my shit together. Like, and you know what? That's entirely not true. But it also depends, like where you want to be in life and blah, 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 blah. Like, I'm not going to give y'all a philosophical talk. Is that philosophy? I don't know. But I'm not going to give y'all a talk about that right now, because that's not even my lecture to give, because I'm trying to do music as a career. But I know, like, obviously my girlfriend, not obviously, but my girlfriend is in college and like she's working towards all her stuff, doing classes. So that's much different than what I'm doing, because I'm taking like the more creative path with things. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching my podcast. I hope you like the new setup. I feel like I just wanted it to be more like chill and laid back, and like I'm not sitting in a freaking chair like staring at a screen talking to y'all. Like I'm actually on a beanbag in a corner of a room with a pig above my head. Like that's honestly awesome. But thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate everyone who's watching. I appreciate the likes, the subscriptions, and all the love on the last podcast. Actually, that one did really well comparatively to my other videos. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I appreciate, all the new subscribers and all the likes, and comment down below if you think I'm fine shit, and DM me any ideas, questions, comments, concerns about the podcast, like things I can talk about, things you're interested in. I will keep all updated on everything that's going on in my life, obviously, because that's what we do here. That's what we do. We just talk about me and more of me and more of me and then more of me and then a little bit more of me. So thank you guys. I hope you guys have a really nice week. Sorry that I missed an episode last week, but we're back on our regular schedule, Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. Tuesdays at 5:30 p.m. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. It's a game. I need you off my phone right now. I need you off my line. 'Cause you say confusing me. I need you.